Hey y'all, it's Christy Cook from Teadoddles. This is my third attempt to do Teadoddles Talks number 47. Yeah. Oh goodness. Yeah. It's just one of those days. Anyway, let's say welcome to my new subscribers. Welcome back, subscribers. I'm always happy to have you here with me in my maker shenanigans. I do like to do the sewing things, the yarny things, and the DIY things. So you will see a little bit of all of that here. I do consider this a maker channel. So if you like to make things, you might like it here. All right, everybody. Y'all. It's very muggy outside. Got storms coming, little patchy rainstorms. Looks like there's a big one fixing to come through. Not necessarily big. There goes my phone, my computer going off. Sorry. So I'm gonna try to get this done before it busts loose, and hopefully maybe don't knock the power out. We hadn't had one quite that bad, but there might be some thunder, which may cause my dog to start barking. Just so you know. Yeah, so let's see. I'm just coming off of a very, very busy long week. Last week was extremely super busy. So I was trying to get done with the mini maker bag clubs and get them out. Just so y'all know, there's been a slight delay in some of them. So if you haven't seen your ship out, should go out by the end of today. I had an issue finding ink for my printer. I went to Walmart Friday morning to get more paper. Printer ink, no printer ink. Okay, there's nowhere else in my town to buy printer ink. Came back home, went online, Walmart.com said I could get next day delivery of some printer ink. Supposed to be here Saturday. Did not come Saturday. It still hasn't come today. It's supposed to be here today. So I am still waiting on printer ink. I have about 10 or 11 that haven't gone out yet. Because of that, I did find some more in a box that I had. It's supposed to be for giveaway stuff, and I said, let me look in this. What is this in here? I remember buying it a long time ago for an old printer I had. I bought the wrong thing. Well, it turns out it was for my printer I have now. How crazy. But either way, I still didn't have enough to finish. So I'm waiting on ink so I can finish printing the stuff out. So you'll still have it this week. I think there, like I said, there's 10 still sitting in there waiting for the rest of their stuff, so I can send it off. Hey, and I also talked to y'all about, I got a thermal printer for my labels, for the printing the labels for the packages. I love that thing. Normally you can only print 2 labels per the little sticky label thing. And you know, with a regular printer that takes a minute, and you have to trim off all the excess because they're usually way too big. Such a terrible use of paper. I don't know why they set that up like that. It's just terrible. So I got a thermal label printer, which cost me about $174. It was a good investment though. If you print a lot of shipping labels, I highly suggest getting one of those. It was on the lower end. It was a Rollo thermal printer. I'll put a link down below. Get off of Amazon. It prints the 4x6 labels super fast. They're already the correct size. Peel and stick, and you're done. It's wonderful. It has the accordion style label fold in the back, and it just pulls it through. It's only about this big. That's as big as it is. So uses no ink, which is also awesome. So if you print a lot of shipping labels, you may want to get one of those. I'm just looking out the window. I can just see there's a crack in the top of my blinds at the very top because they're old and gross. You can see the trees whipping around. All right, so a couple of things this week. This will come out, hopefully it'll go out before the end of today. We'll see. If the weather messes with my internet, y'all might not see it till tomorrow. But Wednesday I will be doing a video on the jewelry, the DIY jewelry kits I got from Darn Good Yarn, Annie's, and Mary Maxim. I have finished all of those, so I will put that, do my final review and mush that together with the first part, and that will go on Wednesday. And then Friday, I have a video coming out. If you get my newsletter and you actually read it, you will know that advent calendars, my maker advent calendar I've been talking about, they go up for sale Friday, this Friday. I started to put them up with the Mini Maker Bag Club for June, but I decided not to do them both at the same time. Y'all, those Mini Maker Bag Clubs, I sold out of them in like 4 hours. That's like a record for me. So it's really awesome, but it's also like, oh my gosh. And you know, I can't do any more. I've had people ask me because they missed out on it, or they didn't get there in time, or something, whatever happened. No, I do 50 of them. I simply cannot do anymore because I do all of that work myself, and I can't. This is not my full-time job. I am an adjunct teacher, drafting teacher with the college. So if it was my full-time job, maybe I could handle more, because maybe I could hire someone potentially to help me, but I cannot, you know. I have about 22 in the reserved club, which they started at the very beginning of the year, so they're guaranteed a spot, and so I put 28 spots in that listing. So yeah, I put up a notification, although the past 2 months I messed up and put just a quantity of 1, so I sold out immediately. I had to go back and add it, and add another post when I post about the time that it's listed. I don't know why I keep doing that, but so if that happens, just know that if you're there waiting on it at the time that I say, and it just seems like it didn't show up, that maybe I forgot to put a quantity in there. I'm trying to remember not to do that next time. I had it all set up, y'all. I had it all set up. I had the listing ready. I thought I was ahead of the game. I was sitting there waiting to push the button at 5 o'clock, because I have to push the button. You can't schedule it. Not so far as I know. If anybody knows how to schedule listings on Etsy, let me know, because I don't know how to do it. I haven't figured out. I don't think you can do that. Then realized I didn't put the quantity in. Yeah, it's just been a week, y'all. Hold on just a second. Okay. So, anywho, if you want one of those clubs, you're gonna be there. And I can't help anybody's internet being stupid either. Yeah. So, just wanted to say that. I'm trying to put one of those eye things up here for, I did a whole video about the club and everything. The 15th is the day of the month you want to be there. The 15th. Usually I put it up at 5 o'clock on the 15th of the month. And it is for the next month. So if you see my preview video, that is for May. Those were already purchased the month before. So the ones that went up on the 15th of May are for June's club. And I had set it up that way originally, well, so I would know how many I'd have. Obviously, mostly I have 50 every month now. So I was doing that to give people time to sign up before. I didn't really need to do that, but anyway. So be looking Friday for the advent calendars to go up. I'm going to do a video talking about it a little bit, so you know more about what the Maker Advent Calendar is about. I am only doing a 24-day one. Originally I said I was going to do a 12-day one and a 24-day one, but when I got into, I've already purchased some things for these calendars. When I got into trying to do 2, it was just too much. So there will only be a 24-day one, but it will have you can pay for it all at once, or you can do a payment plan, which is why I'm going to go ahead and put it out this month. Yeah, so, yeah, and I'll talk more about that on Friday, okay, because I'm still wanting to make sure that it is what I want it to be. Now, I am having some afternoon coffee in my new mug. Look, isn't this cute? It's got carrots on it. It has the same thing on the other side. It's kind of like handmade pottery looking. I don't think it's handmade, but maybe it is. I don't know. I got it from Joann's. Coffee is cold right now because it was sitting over here from the first time I tried to do this, and then I went and did my blog post and came back to it. And I forgot to take my coffee with me. So anyway, so I did get a big order in from Joann's, mostly from their, well, it was all from their spring clearance. It was 70% off, and this mug was in there. I'm going to do a separate video for that because it's so much stuff. They had a bunch of those little, it was like potted, it came with a pot, and it comes with seeds and some little pot and soil, some little kits. They had some with clay pots for herbs, and then they had some with bigger tin pots with flowers. And they were a really good price, and I got a ton of them, and my shipment came in over 4 days. For 4 days, I got boxes from Joann's from that one order, because I don't know, because anywho, I'll talk about that more in that video. I'm gonna do just a haul video for that because it's so much to show. So before we move on to these other little segments, I want to talk a little bit about these little things I got. I got this headache relief balm. Is this gonna focus for me? Probably not. What does it like so much over there that it wants to focus on? I don't understand. I don't know. From Red Barn Botanicals. Okay. It's just a little tin. Looks like this. I got this because I had told y'all before that my primary care physician had prescribed me some meloxicam, and because I've been having so much joint pain, she thinks I have psoriatic arthritis, because I definitely have psoriasis on my foot. It's very strange looking, but it's always scaly and just weird looking. But anyway, I also have eczema, and my ankles have been swelling and stuff like that, so she thinks that's what it is. But when she told me to take it for a little bit and then kind of report back, and I messaged them, and they told me not to take it anymore right now, or ibuprofen, because of everything else that's going on. It has something to do with that. So that's not really fun. So I've been aching a lot. The only thing I can take is Tylenol. Plus I get headaches. I think it's because of the fluctuations in my heart rate, which has something to do with the fact that I don't have a thyroid. For those that don't know, I don't have a thyroid. I lost it to thyroid cancer 7 years ago, which is the hormone it produces controls your metabolism. It affects your whole body. And so between allergies and that, I get headaches and tension headaches, I'm sure, from getting really into my work and being on the computer too much, things like that. So anyway, I decided to try some natural alternatives. So I got this, and this was the first one I found that didn't have lavender in it, because most things like this, or for relaxing, have lavender, and lavender, I'm allergic to it because it gives me an instant headache when I smell it. So it's not helpful for a headache. This one does not. This one has, well, it's all organic. It has virgin olive oil, dried peppermint leaves, beeswax, coconut oil, peppermint essential oil, sweet basil essential oil, and eucalyptus essential oil. So you can just smell it, and it really does relieve some tension a little bit. Or you can put it on your pulse points. I feel like I'm not focused in on, I don't know, I think it's maybe my eyeballs. You can also, if you don't know, this is a pressure point for headaches, right between there. You can rub it on there to help. I usually get my husband to do that because he can squeeze it better than I can, and it like will instantly relieve my headache. It's so crazy how that works. Of course, when he lets go of it, it will come back a little bit, but it's usually not as intense. So just a little tip for you there if you didn't know that. So this is from Red Barn Botanicals. I'll put a link down below. It was on Etsy. I don't remember how much it was. It wasn't like extremely expensive. So, and then I also got from my Grove Collaborative, which I use for, they have a lot of natural, more natural cleaning supplies and health and beauty supplies, personal care supplies, those kind of things. So they have this brand on there right now called Little Moon Essentials. Yeah, Little Moon Essentials. I got this stuff called Dream Cream. It's kind of like a natural Bengay, if you've ever used Bengay. I think there's some other brand. Oh, that's the one I always remember. You know, it's a rub-on ointment to help ease muscle pain and things like that. So this one definitely has that menthol smell that you get, but it also has a nice peppermint background smell to it, which I really enjoy. This is what it looks like inside. I've been putting this on at night before I go to bed, and I feel like I've slept better. Put it across my neck, the base of my neck, and my shoulders where I get tension a lot, and on my hip where I have sciatic nerve pain. So yeah, I think this is really helping. I think this was a little pricey for this little jar from what I remember, but you don't need very much of it, and it actually helps. So I also got this spray. It's from Little Moon, but it's called Tired Old A. I'm not gonna say the word. I'll show it to you. I can probably guess what it says. Overcome Exhaustion Mist. Not that I'm offended by saying that word. I just don't want to get docked on face or not wherever we're at YouTube for saying it. This is what it is. I'm gonna put it right there so you can read it. This right here. Right here. This is what it's called. And it's an essential oil spray to help rejuvenate, wake you up. You just kind of mist it around, and you know, it's just that kind of thing. I like it. It also has eucalyptus oil. It has rosemary oil, Peru balsam oil, vetiver oil. I haven't heard of some of these oils. Witch hazel. My reading glasses are over there, but you know. So yeah, those are some things I've been trying, some more natural remedies that seem to help a little bit, because Tylenol really doesn't help that much in my opinion, but I will take it. It helps a little. I got some Tylenol arthritis. Someone recommended that in the comments. Y'all, I am terribly behind on comments. I tried to catch up on them the other day for a little bit. We'll try to catch up on them again this week. This is kind of a buffer week for me. Next week starts summer semester. Well, technically it starts Wednesday, but I have a doctor's appointment that same day that I somehow made with my endocrinologist. I cannot change that. I have to have blood work and an ultrasound, and that is not something I'm looking forward to at all. Because I'm having blood work in-house, which means I'm probably going to have to wait at least an hour for results, because they had told me before they could do that, so I didn't have to go a week before and then come back the next week. Because generally, I usually go to the health department here in town for blood work, but I'm definitely not going there right now. So, yeah. And I can't take knitting or crochet because I don't want it in the doctor's office. I'll probably just read on my phone. But they did say they have a separate entrance for people who could potentially be sick versus people who are just coming for a normal visit. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah. I'm looking down here. This weekend I was supposed to be resting, taking that off, but due to the printer fiasco, I had some things I had to do Saturday and some things I had to do Sunday. Well, no, Sunday I didn't do much of anything. I didn't even get out of my pajamas Sunday. I actually went through email, which I had like 1,500 emails or something like that, which is obnoxious amount for me. I know there are some people who have way more than that, but I usually don't have that many emails that I have to go through. So I worked on that because that's all I wanted to do really until later on I started crocheting some. So it was a good old tater day is what I call it, because you lay around like a tater growing sprouts, and tater is a potato, just in case you didn't know. Okay, it's time for yarny goodness, and I have some yarny goodness for you. So the first thing I want to show you is a finished object. I have a finished object. Can you believe it? If you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen this. So this is my finished object. It is a cowl. And yes, it looks like burying holes in it. It's supposed to look like that. It's intentional. This is called the Pothole Cowl. It is by a pattern from Melody's Makings. There's actually a knitted version of this too. She usually does that with her patterns. She'll have a knitted version and a crochet version. Yeah, this is yarn from Southern Skeins. This was Alpaca Cloud or something like that. Why did I not bring that? Hold on, it's right there. It's right there. I see it. Okay. I'm pretty sure the tag's in here because this is where the leftover yarn is. Because this is how much yarn I had left over. Yes, this is called Watercolor Alpaca Silk Cloud. It's 40% baby alpaca, 40% merino, and 20% silk. It was I don't know. I think this was a DK weight. I'm not sure. Yeah. It's from Southern Skeins yarn. I absolutely love this yarn. I couldn't wait to work with it. Yeah, I need to soak this. Probably, maybe, I don't know. I might not. It seems just fine the way it is, but it's a good little, I really like it. I love the colors in this yarn. It reminds me of a succulent plant. Like if you see watercolors of succulents, they look like that. Might make a good mask, not one step. So yeah, I really love this, and I had this much left, and she told me that she had another one if I wanted it. She had messaged me on Instagram because she saw my video, and I said yes, I would love to have it. And I was expecting a bill or something, but it just came in the mail as a gift, which I super appreciate. Apparently after I did that video, many of you went and visited her shop, and she was very appreciative of that. So thank y'all very much, because she has fabulous yarn, and I know you'll love it. And I think I told you last video, she gave me a coupon code for 20% off. Yeah, you get 20% off of her shop updates, her regular shop updates, or your first sock club. So I'll put the code down there. It's just Teadoddles 20. Pretty sure that's what it is. Yeah, so it'll be down there if you want to go check it out. And I highly suggest you do. And just in case you didn't know, she has an advent calendar for the year. I did the bag for her club last year and the crochet pattern. This year I'm not doing a bag for her club. That is Katie Rue Designs is doing that. But I am doing a crochet pattern for her club, her advent calendar, not her club. So, just so you know, there'll be a knitting and a crochet pattern in her advent calendar. This year, you get 24 mini skeins and a full skein. Last year, it was just 24 mini skeins, so that's pretty awesome. You cannot use the code on the advent calendar, but you can on your first sock club if you want to do that. And she's doing a DK weight club also. It has tweed yarn in it, Well, you can get tweed or regular, but it has a tweed base in it. It's only a 12-day one. But it will have a copy of the pattern I did last year for that advent calendar. But I'm adjusting it for DK weight, so it's exciting, right? All right, let's move on. That's my finished object, which I love. Now, let's move on to some whips that I've been doing. I've decided I'm going to, in each category, list a whip of the week, one that I will finish before the end of the week, because I have so many works in progress in every category there is. I need to get some things done, right? So before I show you these other two whips, my whip of the week that I will finish before the end of this week, before the next podcast, is my ding dang knitted sweater. Y'all, look, I just got to finish the sleeves. That's all. My dog is over there scratching, and he is shaking everything. That's what that noise is if you hear it. Sorry. All I gotta do is finish the sleeves, and then just attach everything. I'm determined to finish it this week, because I still haven't finished it. So, this is the Marley Bird, my first sweater knit along that went out April of last year. Yes, I've been working on this for a year. Of course, I just learned to knit last year, so, you know. This is Red Heart. What is this called? These are in plastic bags in here, and I don't want to take them out, but I think it's called Hygge Charm, which is, it's spelled like Hygge, but I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Hygge, I think. So that is my whip of the week for my yarny goodness. Next week you'll see a finished sweater, because I told you, y'all keep me accountable. Okay. All right. So now let's look at some other whips I've been working on, which I may or may not finish for the week. But as long as I finish my whip of the week for each category, I'm good. Hold on just a second. Okay. I have to make him go lay down, because he's just what he does is he stands there. He's a little dog, but he like walks like he weighs 10,000 pounds. I don't know how he does that, but he stands over there trying to scratch under his belly, but he has little short legs, so it doesn't work too great. So he just keeps doing it. Anyway. Alright. So these are my two other works in progress. The two that I'm going to show you because I've actually worked on them this week. One is my little fox from the kit from Darn Good Yarn that I had. So I have his ears finished. I got to sew them on. I've got to make his tail still, and then put his eyes on. So I got to attach his ears, put his eyes on, and make a tail and attach it. So I'm almost done with him. Although he looks a little lumpy, dumpy, doesn't he? I chose not to stuff these, and I'm thinking, oh, I've got to do his belly. That's what else I got to do, because it's a separate piece. I got to crochet the white little patch for his belly. So I'm thinking about posing him in some kind of way, like tacking this down. Well, once you bend them, they kind of look like that. I don't know. It wouldn't have been much, but if I had stuffed them, they would have just been sticking straight out like that. But I did stuff the legs, but I attached them kind of under here in a way where he can still sit pretty well. Now his head, in the pattern, they have you start at the nose with the black, and then you change to the orange, but this white is done, so you're going from orange to white as you increase. So that was like, I was like, this is just very hard to see stitches and stuff. So I just looked at the pattern and reversed it and started back here and went to the smallest point, which was much easier to do. So that's what I did. And you can see kind of under here where I carried the yarn when I was doing it, which I don't think looks too bad. The white didn't show up too much in the orange. It did in a couple of places, but it kind of makes it look more like fur, I guess. I don't know. He's not... Maybe once I get his ears and stuff on, he'll look more fox-like. He looks... he looks weird right now, but... So that's what I gotta do to finish him. I gotta attach the ears, make a tail and belly, and put those on. Put some eyes on. So, not too much. I thought I'd finish him the other night. I just got tired of... I got tired of fooling with it. So, there's that. Now, I hear thunder out there. For my next whip, which... Do I have the paper for the... No, I don't have a picture of it. But this was the... It's called a sky blue capelet. Not a very imaginative name, but I got it from one of the I Like Crochet magazines, because I have that as a digital magazine. And I realized that they have that pattern in this month's issue too for June. I think it was 2015, so they've recirculated that. But anyway, I have been picking a yarn from this little rack over here. I think my phone has moved slightly. There we go. So, because these are kind of random skeins I've gotten where I did the monthly clubs on Etsy last year. So, this was up top as darn good yarn stuff. But, so I picked out this one. This is from Tippy Tree Yarns. And this was the October club from last year. Maleficent is the colorway. I thought it would be perfect for that capelet. Y'all, look at it. Ooh. I'm going to repeat portion now. I'm on row 22. It goes to row 30. So, I'm actually don't have that much. But, you know, it gets bigger as you go out. You can see the pattern. The pattern actually does show up pretty good because it has these puff stitches and then these panels. This is where you increase with kind of fans and double crochet. Because the yarn is, you can still see the pattern pretty good because the puff stitches are stand out pretty well. And this pattern, although it is slightly speckled, it's more tonal with the gray to the white, and then it's just got little splashes of red, which I'm assuming is blood because of Maleficent. But this is how this works. It's supposed to button here, and then it'll go across your shoulders like this. Yeah. It's raining out there. I can hear it. Maybe my power won't go off. And it kind of has a little pointed bottom. I thought that was perfect. So even though I got like what 8 more rows, it doesn't look like it's gonna be that long, but I have to block it and kind of stretch it out. So there is my little capelet. I might be able to finish this week too. As long as I finish my sweater. So there is that other whip. Whippity whip whip. Whip. So I also would like to, it's getting gross out there, put a nose on this bunny so I can take him out of this bag, because that's all I gotta do, put a nose on him. And weaving the ends on this scarf. I have a whole bag full of stuff back there that needs ends woven in. I need to start weaving it in before I put it back there. So then I can be done with this bag, except that I have 2 skeins of the gray and 1 of the pink left, so I need to do something with it. I just don't know what I want to do yet, so that is something else I would like to get finished this week, because that's something small. So now let's talk about my next project, which is from yarn I pulled out of here. It is darn good yarn that was up there, but I had 3 of these skeins like this, which are just a tonal sorter orange and yellowish, and this has got tonal purple, and this is a tonal green, and I think I've gotten these when I added on, you know, these are all lace weight yarns, so it's really small, and I don't really want to crochet with a lace or knit with a lace weight yarn. So I also had these 3 yarns I've already caked up before. They're also darn good yarns. Silk yarn. You know, I have just the plain. I have this one that's beaded. And then this gray. So what I thought I would do is I'm going to find a shawl pattern where I can put these two together. At least get me to about a finger in weight. And I'm going to pair it, like I want to pair the orange with this. And then yeah, because it has purple beads in it. You would think I'd put it with the purple, but I'd rather have it with the orange for that contrast. And then probably the white. Well, no, I said the gray with the purple. And then green with the white. And just kind of go from one to the other. Probably this way. Maybe. Something like that. In a shawl with that paired together. I know that's hard to see, isn't it? Doing such a good job of showing it. But that's my plan. To pair them with these. Because they're the same weight. Except for this beaded one. It's a little bit thicker. So, and I'm going to do a shawl pattern with them paired together like that gradient kind of thing. So we'll see how that turns out. We'll wind that all up because I'm going to rewind each one together so it's easier to work with. So that is a future project for me cleaning out this little shoe thing. Now I have some new yarns. I did order some new yarn. I have some other new yarn coming from Hobby Lobby too. So poo on you, Joann's. I don't even think I said that in the first video, because Joann's, I was going to order some of that new lime brand yarn that they have. But they're stupid. They didn't have it on sale for 1 week, and I waited to the next week because I had a 40% off regular price coupon. Of course, then they put it on 10% off, so you can't use that coupon on it. Whatever. Anywho, I got this yarn from Love Crafts. It's all sock yarn, and they come in sets. Like, they usually coordinate with each other. This one is called, let me see what it'll say on here. Well, it has the name of the yarns, but it was like they all come together, so they're, yeah. I'll just show them together. So this is the set that I got, mainly because it was either this or the one in purple shades, and I just like this one better. I do like purple, but I actually like some of the other ones better, but they were sold out. Anyway, they had these, the normal price for these is $40 for the 4-pack, which you can make a pair of socks out of each one, because each one of these have 426 yards on each one of fingering weight yarn. Number one, 75/25 superwash wool and polyamide, which is similar to a nylon or whatever. But yeah, so they had it on sale for $30 for the 4-pack. So I was like, hey, that's a pretty good price. I want to practice knitting socks. This will be a good, before I jump into trying to make some out of my indie dyed yarn, which I may or may not make socks out of, because I'm still hesitant. I don't want to wear my socks. I want to wear something somebody can see. But anyway, so this color is newsprint, is what it's called. So this was like a black and white bundle, but it had some color in it. So this has got some little dots of green in there too. This one is called Stripes, which is just a tonal black to white is what it looks like. They had pictures of socks made out of these too. And this one is called Fair Isle Disco. So it has the most color in it, but it's kind of a muted color. I really like it. And this one is called Zebra. Obviously, because it's black and white. So, they had pictures of socks made out of each colorway, so they're all a little different. So, this is what I'm going to use to practice knitting some socks. I may do a crocheted pair out of some of this. We'll see. I did do the crocheted little slipper socks with my darn good yarn, sock club yarn, which I really love those things. I wear them all the time. I have to wash them because I wear them so often. So let me just do this right here. Somebody's trying to call me, but it doesn't look like anybody that I know or recognize the number for. Looks like something out of state. So there's my new yarn. Yay. Like I said, I got some more yarn coming from Hobby Lobby. Actually, I got some coming from Blueprint too. They had a 60% off coupon. I couldn't resist because they're shipping again. Blueprint is shipping again. I think that's everything for Yarny goodness. We're gonna move along because the storm's already passed over. I hear the frogs starting. There's a frog that likes to sit right beside my window over there. No, them little ring frogs are loud. And here, they really love it here when it gets hot and humid, and after a rainstorm you can just hear them. It's very loud. All the frogs are very loud. But anyway, let's move on, shall we? Let's move on. Okay, it's time for Fabric Obsessed. I think my thing is shaking. Anyway. Again, I don't really have anything to show you that I sewed. I thought I would sew this weekend on some things, but I didn't want to sew because I spent so much time sewing last week on those bags for the club. So I have my whip of the week to show you for sewing. Like I said, I will do one for each category that I plan on finishing before the end of the week. And this week I have a little more probably than I may put in other weeks because I don't have too much school stuff to deal with. And even then we're online for the first half of the semester anyway. But anywho, and I do have like one new fabric to show you. The other fabric that came in this week, I can't show you. It's for the Mini Maker Bag Club for next month. But I do have fabric coming. I've been on fabricmart.com. I found some great stuff on there. Did I order? No, I've been ordering stuff ridiculously. Because I've been ordering stuff for the Advent calendar that I haven't even sold yet, but hopefully it's not fruitless investment. So, anywho, let's just take a look at this stuff. Okay, so I've had these shirts cut out forever. I've showed them several times. Have yet to make them or sew them. This one I think I've got something sewed. It's very slinky. It's made out of this, I got this from Fabric Mart, I'm pretty sure. It's not showing up very good. It's got like a corally, flamingo-y pink color. Yeah. So this is for this Everyday Elegance top from Patterns for Pirates is what the pattern's called. This is the shirt. It's just a flowy little tunic-y style shirt. Okay. Something I can easily wear with jeans or to work with dress pants whenever I go back to work. So, yeah, I want to finish this. Like I said, I have this fabric's so slinky. I have the shoulder seams done, and I have the back yoke sewn, which has a little pleat in it, so you can see. I've got to do the sleeves and, you know, sew with him and everything. So it needs to be sewn. Look right here. We got some freeing and a nest happening over here because it's been moved around so much. All right, so that it shouldn't cutting out stuff like patterns to me is what takes the longest. Sewing doesn't take that long. So I'm sure I have to zippity zip it. Zippity zip it. Plan on sewing tomorrow. I thought I'd get to it today, but I had some school stuff. I had a blog post to do and a video to do. So yeah, didn't happen. Anyway, alright, so next I have, no, I don't have the pattern. This is another dressier top. I was trying to get some more stuff for summertime for my job, my teaching job, but I haven't yet. So this is actually 100% cotton. There's little tiny birds on it. You will see a lot of fabrics. Oh, that is blowing out very bad. In this corally peachy color, it's one of my favorites. You can hear the thunder. Do you hear it? This is a, what do they call this? A lawn, or a, it's a very soft, slinky, but it's 100% cotton fabric. It's super soft. Yeah. So that is a top. I just can't show you what it's going to be because I remember what pattern it is. I don't know where that pattern went. It probably fell in a crack somewhere because I moved it around so much. And next I have this top here, which I'm doing, yeah, I'm doing the version with the pockets, but I'm not doing that poofy sleeve. I'm using the undersleeve as my sleeve. So when you do a poof like that, you kind of have a sleeve that looks regular, and then you have an oversized piece that goes over, and you sew it and it tucks under, and that's what gives it that poof. So I'm not doing the poof. I don't need poof on my arms, okay? I just want a regular top. But I'm making it out of this chambray. It's very lightweight, blue denim-y chambray. And this is something for me to wear around the house when I'm working that kind of looks like I'm wearing something other than a t-shirt and pajamas. It has pockets so I can keep my phone in it. Maybe a snack. So that's the other one. So these three I'm planning on finishing. That is 3 whips of the week, but I feel that I can finish them, okay? Because they already cut out. I can finish these up in a day if I just work on them, okay? They're not anything too complicated, you know. So I also have 3 t-shirts over there. I didn't pull them off the rack that I need to put hems in. I'd like to get those in as well. So tomorrow I'm going to be sewing. I started to, like I said, I started to do, did I say that in this video? I started to do a vlog a day this week, but I really just don't have the time. So, because I got these other videos I needed to put out. So, you could potentially see a video slide in there in between my other videos. Maybe. We'll see. See my progress. Y'all keep me honest. Be like, hey, Christy, where's them shirts at? We want to see them. I'm going to post them on Instagram pictures, so, and I may slide in another video. We'll see. Alright, so I got those. That's, okay. I'm going to add something else to this. I know it seems like a lot of sewing stuff, but it's just simple stuff. It's really, that's why I wanted to do this, because it's some stuff that just needs a couple of things done and I'm done. It's crazy. So my Cotton Cuts club that I've been doing, well, I've gotten the final thing. I just need to finish it. So I have all these blocks done. I have 2 clues or 2 that I need to put together still. And that's already cut for me. Like I said, all this stuff I already cut. Just sew it. It didn't take that long. And then I got the final set, which is over there still, which really is just the border and the fabric to do the binding. So I'd like to get that caught up, because I want to start, I signed up for a murder mystery quilt this year, which I've done before, and I love it. You get a murder mystery to read and a quilt block each month, and you make it, and then you have this quilt that reflects whatever you read about in the end. I have 2 quilt tops I've done, like what? Well, I have 1 completed quilt top, and I have 1 that I never finished. Probably won't. Probably will just turn into a pillow or something, what I have done. I haven't done anything for that at all. Never picked out fabric. Never did anything. I mean, this year's just been, I had so many goals for this year. so much stuff I was going to do, and it just kind of fell apart. I'm sure that happened to a lot of people. So that is, yeah, I have a lot of whip of the weeks for my sewing because there was a bunch of little things that I just need to finish up. So here's my new fabric that I got in this week. I've had it in my saved thing forever, and it hadn't sold out, and I finally just decided to get it. I got it from a shop called Down South Hippie on Etsy. I've purchased from her before. And it's wrapped in plastic, and I'm going to leave it that way for now, so hopefully y'all can see it. But this is it. It's called Jackdaw fabric or something like that. I just really like the image and the black and white contrast. It'll be a great one for Halloween. So that is my new fabric. I will have more fabric. My fabric obsessed has been kind of wimpy the past 2 weeks, but that's because I've been sewing bags for the shop. But, you know, I got other stuff I'm going to sew. I am. I got an update coming next week. Yeah, the end of next week. So I want to get some of this other stuff done first. Alright, so I think that's it for Fabric Obsessed. I'll have more next time because I have fabric coming in. Get ready for some fabric in your face. Yeah. Time for DIY and thrifty fun. I don't have any finished objects to show you for this week in here either, but I do have some fun things to share with you. I will go ahead and start with my whip of the week and my DIY thrifty fun, and it's gonna be my painting, which I haven't painted any more than what I painted in that video where I showed y'all talked about it. I plan on at least, I'm not gonna finish this for the week. I don't think I can finish this for a week. I want to at least get one color completed. So this has got a lot of small, you can see this is a very detailed paint by number. So I really want to get at least one color finished, maybe 2 if it depends. I'm looking to see the number ones. Yeah, there's some big areas for number 1. So yeah, I want to get at least one color complete. That is my goal for the week, and I will film it each time I work on this, and I will put a compilation at the, I'll do another video. I had talked about that before where it's like sped up of me painting it, because I'm going to frame this in a frame that I got at a thrift store that I'm going to repaint and stuff and put this in. I'm going to show you how to do that. So this is my whip of the week to get this on the ball. Okay. Yeah. My other DIY project for the week is involving putting all those little seeds in the pots that I got from Joann's, which you'll see in another video. So that's another video that's coming up anyway, besides the 2 I was already going to do. So you're going to have a lot of videos this week. Y'all don't mind, do you? No, you don't mind. Alright, and before I get to this other box of fun, I wanted to show y'all Arteza is another affiliate of mine. Like I said, I have a lot of crafty affiliates. I'm going to work on, I have a page on my blog that is for affiliates. It lists my affiliates, but it is badly in need of an update. So I'm going to do that. And then I'll have a link in my regular links below to that page, so that if you want to just go see who my affiliates are, you can. And if you want to order through my link, you can. You know, you don't have to do that. You know, I do appreciate it when you do. I've seen some orders come through, I think for knit picks, but I really appreciate it. Just so you know, every little bit helps, right? So, I ordered some things from Arteza. One thing I can't show you yet because it is for the Advent calendar. The other 2 are things I got. They're for my classroom, but they're also for in here because I do have a whiteboard in here. They're whiteboard things. I got this set, which it has an eraser, it has markers, and it has 2 things of cleaner in it. And y'all, I don't remember what I paid for this. I think it was like $26, which is not bad if you know the price. I went to buy whiteboard markers and stuff, you know. And this actually, it came packaged very well. It was very, I love these kind of boxes because I can reuse them for stuff. But yeah, it has the screw-on lid, and it has the spray thing tucked in there. And then this is the eraser. And then here, up under this piece, oh, I'm so uncoordinated. Don't fall out markers, or the markers. And I'm talking about, this has got a whole set of markers, all the colors. And these are the wider chisel tip ones. I have tested these out on my whiteboard. Worked really well. I really like this eraser. It has like a corduroy almost feel inside. Y'all could probably hear the frogs now. I bet you can. That quacking sound, that's frogs. So, and it's squishy. I really like this compared to the one I have over there. Most of them have that fuzzy stuff, like the cheap ones. This has got like a, it's like they have corduroy on it. It works really nice too. So then you get, like I said, you get a whole set of markers, like every color. If I can get them turned around, there we go. So you get all of these with this set. So $26, that's really not bad. You get all these markers. I would double check it. It might have been on a sale or something, but you get the eraser and you get the 2 big whiteboard cleaners. I've purchased this stuff, like the cheaper stuff even, and y'all, they really like these markers. So, yeah. And you get all those colors. Sometimes I've seen like just a pack of these with all these colors for $20. So, and they work very well. I've, like I said, tested them out on my whiteboard over there. I like them. So, get back down in there. Okay. So I got that. Oh, I know something I haven't gotten yet. I just realized that. I ordered some sketch pads. I haven't gotten those yet. I just realized that. I also ordered this set of 60 whiteboard markers. Y'all, I like to have variety in my whiteboard. I have a whiteboard in here, and I have a, well, it's a calendar that I made out of an old picture frame, and you write on the glass with these two. These all have a little eraser in the tip and a magnet on the side. So there's 12 different colors. So you get 5 of each color. These are going to be awesome for, well, I'll probably keep a couple sets here and then take some to school because I have a huge whiteboard. And when you're, for me personally, when I demonstrate things on the board for drafting, there's different line types. There goes my dog sneezing. And to have a different color for it will be awesome to make that stand out. So, and when my students do sketches of their little projects and things, I say little projects, like they're little kids. They're not. They're young adults. But anyway. So, why did I take all those out? So it has a little magnet on one side, and it has eraser on the top. And the eraser is a very, it's a good eraser. Sometimes these are just super cheesy and don't work good. So it does work good. I've tried it out. And you have this pink, this blue, and a sky blue, and a purple, and a red, and an orange, and a green, and a tealy green. You get 2 different, wait a minute, I don't know. Is this red? It kind of looks brown. I don't know. Anyway, 2 different browns, a yellow and a black. And these are the fine tip ones. So I like to have, I actually have some ultra fine ones over there that I use for my calendar. But, you know, these things don't last forever, obviously. But I really was trying to find something useful that I needed on there because I like to order from all my affiliates. And this is a new one, so that I have a whole set of Arteza quilt rulers as well. I forgot about that. Here's one right here. I really like these. If usually you can buy a whole set for, what did I pay for this? $20? I don't remember. They have sales sometimes. It's always good to have a sale, right? If I have any codes in my thing, I'll send it. But these, I really like these. This is a, this is 9.5 by 9.5. Yeah, and it has this nice highlighter kind of border that makes it stand out. And the side that goes against the mat is slightly grippy feeling. It's textured. I really like these. So I bought a whole set. I think I got I know I have a 4.5 by 4.5, a 6.5 by 6.5, 9.5 by 9.5, and I also got, it came with the 12.5 by 12, and this thing is humongous. I haven't found, I think I'll probably use this when I do my t-shirt quilt, if it's big enough. It depends on the image on the t-shirts if you can use this. Sometimes I wind up having to do 14 by 14, but this is huge. This will be great for if you have a quilt block you made that's supposed to be 12.5 by 12.5. You can just stick that on there to get it and get all your edges lined up. And I'm pulling this out of the drawer. I have a huge drafting table in here. It's a really old one that weighs 10,000 pounds. So I have a big long drawer that's usually for drafting prints that I have my quilting rulers in, like some that don't fit in my little rack over here, which is what you hear squeaking all the time, just so you know, is my rack that I made. I made it out of an old sewing machine drawer and a record rack. It was a project on the blog. Actually, I think I did a video where I painted the inside because I used that extreme sheen paint that I love so much. So I'll put a link down below, and I'll try to put a link up to the video here. Y'all, I've done a lot of things that y'all may not have seen, so you may want to go check it out. I forgot to pick a blog post of the week. I just realized that. I guess that's the blog post of the week. My quilting tool rack. I think I originally had it to hold patterns. When I did it, I had it set up as a pattern rack. That's what it was. Like, so I could keep them on my table and remember these are the patterns, like clothing patterns I'm going to do next. But then I realized it was made an awesome rack for my quilting rulers, so they would be handy. But it squeaks because this floor is, I live in an old house and my floor is shaky. It's just all there is to it. It's just old. And so it squeaks because it's rubbing the plastic against the metal. But that's my blog post of the week, since I forgot to pick one about my little rack, my little sewing machine rack. So now let's get back to the DIY and thrifty goodness. That thrifty fun. That's actually thrifty fun because, like I said, I had an old sewing machine drawer, like from a Singer sewing machine, the wooden ones that I bought. And then, you know, those metal racks, you probably see them at thrift stores and stuff all the time, that were originally for records. That's what they were for. Yeah, usually there goes my, it's not a duck, y'all, that's a frog. All right, now remember me talking about the junk drawers last week? Well, I got my junk drawer in from Cantiques. It's the place I ordered the vintage necklaces from. Anyway, so it came in this little box like this. It was actually wrapped in paper and all that stuff. I've taken stuff out. I broke something in it because I dropped something on something else, but that's my fault. Otherwise, it was packaged very nicely. My husband, I came through there and it was sitting on the kitchen table. He was looking through it. He said, "What is this?" I said, "It's my stuff. What are you doing looking at it?" He said, "Well, I thought it was an empty box and I was going to put it with the trash." I said, "Oh, that's my junk drawer I ordered." He said, "Oh, so you paid for somebody else's junk?" Yes, I did. Anywho, let me just show you what came in it, okay? So this cool little box, because even though she had a picture of all this stuff, you just don't notice things sometimes, I guess. It says Park Avenue, but it has a little, and it says it's from Highway Signs, Mike Hunter Incorporated, from Tampa, Florida. I don't know, but it's a little, it's a measuring tape, which is very useful, actually. Thank you very much, husband. This is something I can always use, a tiny measuring tape. Look at it. I can put that in my purse for when I want to measure things at a thrift store to see if they'll fit somewhere. Look at there. Useful. All right. So then it had some fun stuff in there like this. This is glass, but it's a very lightweight glass. It's just a little, I don't know. There's no telling what that was, but it has a neat little green color to it. This little glass. This stuff, yeah, this has got some kind of smell to it, but I thought it was hilarious because it says Miss Carol Money Oil on it. I have no idea what's in there, but I thought that was funny. I love stuff like that. I like to make collages and what you call it, shadow box things. It's good for stuff like that. So the little jars is what attracted me. So I have this other little jar, which I don't know what it is, but it has kind of a star thing on the front of it. Oh, it's not really a star. It's some kind of weird, I don't know what that is. But I just liked, y'all, I used to have an obsession with collecting miniature perfume bottles, which is hilarious because I didn't wear perfume because I've always been allergic to it. Y'all, I can't get this thing to focus right today. So I got that little bottle. There were two, and I didn't realize that's what these were in the picture, but these are like ceramic thimbles. So one looks like an owl and one has little flowers on it. I'm just going to keep this focused on this stuff so I can quit having to do that until I get done. No. Yeah, there's an owl. And there's a flower one. So those were pretty cool. There's just an old box that was for glycerin tablets. There's nothing in it, but these little boxes like this are really cool. There's a broken lighter with the name Dawn on it. Which I think things like that are cool as well. This is the thing I broke. It was a little bulldog. His ear was chipped, I'm pretty sure. I haven't found it in the box. I don't think I broke that, but I broke off his whole front end right there because I dropped something on him and cracked him. So it's not, doesn't bother me too much. Here's another little bottle. Ooh, this was a cool one. It's just an amber colored bottle, little narrow tubey bottle. This is an old one too. You can tell because it's so thick. They're always super thick like that, older bottles. And so this is a weird little thing. Sometimes they have weird stuff in it, but you can't. I think somebody made this. It's got a pipe cleaner on it, but it's a angel thing. She looks like she's holding bowling pins or something. I don't know what that's supposed to be. That was a little weird. And there was a mouse in here. I didn't see that in the picture, but it's just a little rubber mouse. What else? Oh, there's just a little metal car. That's cool because this is like a metal little thing. It's just cool looking. There's also a little metal trailer. Oh, look like a hair. So, and there was this really old pocket knife, which is useless because it's got gashes in it, if you can see that. But it'll be cool for shadow boxes. Like I said, this little thing's pretty cool. It's a little jangly, it'll make a cool little pendant for a necklace or something. This key is one of the things that made me buy this. Look at this key. It's awesome looking. I love keys. This is an old key. Cool looking key. What does it say on it? I can't read it. It's got something on it. I can't read it though. There's a weird little button thing. It's not a button. It came off of something. I don't know. This thing right here. I know somebody who is going to love this. It's a horse. Look at the horse and this little bubble thing, and it has like, I think it was a buckle of some kind because it's got that big thing on it. But I know somebody who will love that. Then I had this little baggie with some random stuff in it that was in here. It's little stuff, so this one. So this is like an old tin. You can see valve inside. It's a Schrader valve inside. It's a little, I don't know if there's anything in it, but it's a little tin. That's really cool. And then this is some kind of, looks like an old hingy thing. I don't know. Y'all, I pick up stuff like this when I find it. I'm like a darn, this is cool. It's a wooden nickel. And it has a thing on the back for Royal Donut worth 10 cents on a dozen donuts. Danville, Illinois. And then this is Burger Chef is what it says on the back. I don't know exactly what that is. It's a little tin. Oh, there's a little tab at the top. It says Burger Chef on the back. I'm not sure what that is, but it says Love BC. I guess Love Burger Chef on it. Oh, there's something else in here. What is this? This is just a little, I can't tell what it says. It's a little metal plate with some words and numbers on it. It's on both sides. That's pretty cool. And then there was also some paper, some with stamps. They're like, I don't know that those are real. Are those real stamps? Oh, I think they are real stamps. They have. That's pretty cool. There's that one. I think I paid 20 bucks for this. Or maybe not. I don't remember. There's another stamp. But it had some really cool stuff in it. Turn this back on me. So, I don't know. Are y'all pack rats like me? Do you like to collect little doodahs like that? Now, see, my husband likes to joke and say you bought somebody else's junk. But he knows that I love to go to thrift stores and yard sales. And he also knows that I turn that junk into amazing things lots of times. So, I don't know what he's talking about. Anyway, that is what was in my junk drawer from Cantiques. She has some new jewelry up that I'm in love with already. I'm trying to resist because, y'all, I have been online shopping way too much here lately. It's just like I can't do anything else sometimes but sit there and scroll through the internet and look at stuff. I get on these tangents like the junk drawer tangent. I haven't bought another one. I'm not gonna, because I really don't need to. I have plenty of junk here in my house. But I thought that was fun. Since you can't go to the thrift stores really right now, I'm sure some are open now, but you can do some virtual thrift store shopping. So that's it. This has gotten really long like it usually does. But you can look forward to some more videos this week. Like I said, I'm going to do a Joann's haul, which I'll probably do that one tomorrow. I'm going to do my little review of the jewelry making kits. And I have on Friday the video about the Maker Advent Calendar, okay? So, something to look forward to, hopefully, for y'all. Yeah. I feel like there was something else I was going to tell y'all, but I can't remember right this minute. Probably because I'm getting hungry. So, y'all remember to have a life lived creatively. Oh, I know what I was going to say. I need to work on an intro from, not an intro, but you have the intro video you can do on YouTube. I need to do one of those, and I need to change my little card that I put in the front, because it just says life lived. It needs to say life lived creatively, because I changed that on my blog too. I need to do that this week and fix my blog affiliate page. So yeah, I don't think that's really something y'all needed to know. It's just something I need to do. All right, y'all. You remember to have a life lived creatively, and I will see y'all later. Bye.